a quick one, or I hope it's going to be a quick one because I don't got much time. But like I said, a quick explanation. There is a lot of BS going on these YouTube streets right now. There's a lot happening. There's a lot of people involved. There's a lot of moving parts. But there really isn't a lot of moving parts if you really break it down to the bare minimum of what it really truly is. But there's a lot of people talking about it. A lot of people putting their 2 cents in, things of that nature. And I'm not going to put my 2 cents in. I want to give you a brief explanation. And those of you who have been watching me for a minute or so, well, you can tell me if I've been saying this for a while or if it's something that just been brought up recently. But when I say people insert themselves into things, there's a difference between inserting yourself into a situation and commenting on the situation at hand. That is a huge difference. And the problem that I've seen is that a lot of people want to insert themselves into a situation while still trying to act as though they're not a part of it. In other words, throwing rocks and hiding their hands. We all are privy to a lot of information on these YouTube streets. A lot. And if you are as involved as some people are on these YouTube streets, if you're constantly talking behind the scenes with various people, spreading information around these YouTube streets with various people, you are basically involved in everything. And if your name is constantly coming up in every situation that's going on these YouTube streets, then you are just basically that, a person that likes to be involved in mess and BS. See, inserting yourself into a situation is when you say, oh, well, I was there, so I seen this and I seen that, so therefore I have a right to give my side of the story. Commenting on what is there is different. That is when you're sitting back watching something and have knowledge of said thing. And then you're brought up into it, and then you're there to defend yourself with the facts that you have already had in your pocket. But if you're coming out giving out information because you think that you were, I guess, in the room when something went down, but no one has mentioned your name, no one has brought you up, no one called you up, no one talked about it, and you insert yourself and say, oh, well, I was there, so this is what I know. That's you inserting yourself into something. And it's okay. But my problem, what I have with people is that's why y'all have not seen me on here or not getting involved in a lot of bullshit, because my thing is this: it's the same shit, same people talking about the same things. If y'all really truly look at what's going on in these streets, what's not, who quote unquote, as y'all call it, feed the streets or give the streets energy, is literally the same people. It's literally the same people. And I guess that's what they want, that's what they need, that's what they crave, whatever the case may be. But I'm confused. How can you live a productive life in real life, as all the people all like to say, oh, I live this in real life. I do stuff in real life. I got friends and family in real life. I can't tell. I can't tell what y'all have in real life because all I can see is you're constantly here on YouTube. You're constantly getting involved in stuff here on YouTube. You're constantly inserting yourself into things here on YouTube. And this is not anyone particularly, it's everyone who is constantly involved in mess and BS. It's like the celebrities who call the paparazzi to let them know where they're going to be, so their picture can be taken, so they can so their name can be in these streets, so their name can be ringing true. It's the same exact thing. You feel that your shine or your star or your whatever, your clout is dwindling. So let me insert myself into something to get involved. What's up, V baby? How you doing, sweetheart? You know, and it's that type of thing, which I think is sad, which I think is crazy. I think it's so attention seeking that it's almost damn pitiful. It's one thing me sitting back watching what's going on and saying, oh, this is what I've seen. Is that a form of inserting yourself into a situation? Maybe, because anytime that you give commentary or give your opinion on something was not, someone has the right to combat that if their opinion differ from yours. So yes, that's a form of inserting yourself. But I'm talking about the ones when people specifically and purposely sit up here and talk about something that has absolutely nothing to do with them, but they may have a skosh of information about it. And they twist it just enough to make it as sensational as possible to be talked about, to be heard. I'm just saying, like, I'm sitting back watching all this mess go on, stemming from a picture, stemming from a person who can't pay their bills, can't pay their rent, and don't want to pay a person back from doing whatever. And I think I don't have a problem with anyone, but this is what I'm seeing. This is what I'm looking at. This is what that's being thrust when I come back over to this section and watch it. This is what it is. How did a situation that involved two people spiderwebbed out to encompass the entire sector? Oh, I like them, so therefore I'm going to talk about it. Oh, I don't like them, so therefore I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to come together like Voltron against this one person. I'm going to talk about this one person because, ugh. Exactly. Just talk about what they're showing. Like, I'm not talking about what my opinions. I don't care about, because I don't care about anyone that's involved that much. I really don't. I really don't. Like, it really is sad to see some grown ass, overgrown ass people doing this. And then if you look at their lives in real life and their real situation was not, it's in shambles. It really truly is. Pretty much everyone that's really involved or inserting themselves into these things have a life of shambles and craziness and ridiculousness. If y'all take as much time to focus on your life in real life, maybe y'all will be out of the situations that y'all are in. If y'all put just as much energy and time, man hours, woman hours, into getting your life together, figuring out what wrong moves you made, what wrong turns you made, maybe you won't have time to focus on some BS that really have nothing to do with anything whatsoever. So that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a bunch of people, a bunch of grown ass, overgrown ass people whose lives are in shambles in one way or the other, be it financially, be it mentally, be it spiritually, be it emotionally, be it physically, be it socially. Life's in shambles, spending every waking moment, every waking day here on YouTube trying to be counted. I said this from the very beginning. It's very obvious to me that this is the most popular, the most sought after, the most feeling wanted, feeling appreciated that the majority of these people have ever felt in their lives. They come on social media, create a persona of who they want people to think that they are, run with it until it can't be ran anymore. And when they get figured out, they retreat for a moment and then come back out with a new persona. It's funny to me. You're a known liar, you're a known doxer, you're a known shit starter, shit kicker. Then you come back out as the Virgin Mary. You come out as a hardworking individual who can't keep a job. You come out this person with all this extravagance, all this lifestyle, this and the third, but can't maintain your own bills. You come out as a holy roller. I'm confused. God's not involved in mess. God gives us all free will, free choices, discernment. And you want someone like myself to think that or believe that you are enlightened now. You're changing your ways, or you're not who you look like, who you've shown us that you are. I'm just saying, like I said, people, like I said, I personally really don't care what one way or the other what's going on with these people here, but watching it, shaking my head as I'm watching it was not like, damn, like I won't even say that I'm a person who like looking for moves and plays because I don't. That's not how I live my life. I don't live my life running through life trying to figure out what the play is or what the move is or what the next move is because I don't have time for that because I don't associate with people in my real life that operate that way. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't operate that way. I'm not trying to figure out what someone's next move is. I'm just going by what you're showing me. Very face value. If I like it, I'm around it. If I don't like it, I discard it. It's very simple for me. My life is very boring. My life is very blah, and I'm happy that it is because I don't know anyone that is mentally, emotionally, spiritually, financially healthy who are constantly around BS and nonsense. You can't focus on your happiness. You can't focus on your well-being. You can't focus on your um, tangible relationships when you're constantly being surrounded and allowing the influences of negativity and BS and liars and shit starters to happen. So when I say certain things, I mean it because I don't see how someone who is constantly on here day in, day out, following every piece of mess, every piece of trash, every piece of nonsense, every piece of BS, every piece of debauchery can actually live a healthy, fulfilling life in real life when what you have shown us that this bullshit is constantly what you crave. People think that numbers, social media numbers, YouTube beef sector numbers is what sustains them. And we see on a daily basis, on a constant basis, the destruction and downfall of these people with these quote unquote numbers. Like I've always said, you have to raise the bar on the mess that you provide for the audience, the red meat, the carnage, in order for you to get the same numbers you got 3 years ago, to up your numbers, to up your quote unquote status here in the quote unquote beef sector. So that's why when the whole conversation, I would say, is the beef sector dead? Should we change the name of the quote unquote this space, this place? I say it's hypocritical. I say it's bullshit. I say it's nonsense because the reality of it is you only change what doesn't make you happy. It is very clear to me that the mess, the BS, the nonsense, the back and forth with one another is what makes the majority of people over here happy, content, because they don't mind inserting themselves into the nonsense and then playing victim or hiding behind, oh, I'm just a subscriber term or statement. When you voice your opinion, just like this right here I'm doing right now, it leaves me open for people to form an opinion about what I said, which means it generates content, which means it generates other people's opinion. We're in this sector as a, I will say, pretty mature type of, as far as age wise, sector, ranging anywhere from our early 30s to late 70s. Those on the older end, you remember when you used to subscribe to magazines, right? Ebony, Jet, Essence, Cosmopolitan, you know what I'm saying, Vogue, things, whatever magazine you used to subscribe to. As a subscriber, you would just get the content, the words on the page, and you would read it. Once you start writing back and writing in or talking to and going back and forth with the editors of such said magazine, you become the contributor, a contributor to that said magazine. If what you're saying is influencing the author of the story to change the story or to alter the story to fit a certain narrative that the audience wants to see and hear, you have become then a content creator by proxy. But when you have the ability to write in a chat, jump up on a panel, you are a content creator. You're just a content creator who chooses not to go live on your own channel or who chooses not to post videos on your own channel. Because if you have the ability to come up on a panel, you have a channel. You must have a channel in order for you to do that. Everyone who comments and talks on YouTube have a channel. Just because you choose not to go live on your own channel, choose not to upload videos on your own channel, or voice your opinions on your own channel, does not mean that you are a subscriber. Subscribers sit back and watch. Subscribers sit back and don't give their opinions. They watch the mess, they watch the content, they watch the nonsense. They don't insert themselves into it by giving an opinion, by attempting to troll, by attempting to roast, gag, read, and drag someone. When you do that, you open yourself up for the same criticisms and critiques as the person whose channel that you choose to participate on. It's real funny people want to hide behind the banner of, oh, I'm just a subscriber, when you're constantly inserting yourself and your opinion into the story. Oh, I was there when this happened. Oh, I was there when that happened. Oh, yeah, she said this. Oh, yeah, she said that. Oh, yeah, he did this and he did that. You're contributing to the story. You are contributing to the mess. So why then are you supposed to be held to some glorious standard when you're just as involved in the mess as the person or the people who are in the mess themselves? You don't get a pass. You don't get to give your opinions and not have opinions been given about you. You don't get to question someone and not be questioned yourself. You don't get to have free reign on trying to read, roast, and gag someone because you're behind an avatar or because you're behind a page with no picture on it and no videos on it. As soon as you click a link, as soon as you write an opinion, you then become a contributor to the conversation. Like it or not. If you want to stay in a subscriber mode or you want to stay in a mode of someone who don't want to be addressed or talked to or talked about or roast or drag or even doxed. Yeah, I said it, doxed. Then keep your mouth off of people. Keep your opinions to yourself. But as soon as you open up the gate, just crack it open just a little bit by giving your opinion, you leave yourself open to getting all of those things, if not worse, if not more. Is it right, wrong, or indifferent? It ain't my place to say. It's my place to say if you don't want to be involved, don't be involved in any aspect of it. Sit back and watch the mess. Sit back and watch the chaos. Sit back and watch the dumpster fire. But as soon as you open up your mind, your mouth, use your little fingers to type in an opinion, to voice an opinion because you think you have the right, just understand with great power goes great responsibilities, which means you need to watch your mouth. You need to watch what you do. You need to be aware that as soon as you open up the floodgates of giving an opinion about someone else, people have the right to give an opinion about your opinion, which may affect you, which may affect your mental, your physical, your social, and our financial. Because people out here like to dox. A lot of y'all are living on thin lines anyway. Like I've always said, if someone can make a phone call and make you lose something, you didn't secure to begin with. Job, housing, relationships. We see how fickle these people's lives are, how fragile these people's lives are, especially the ones who are constantly in the nonsense and the BS. We see how they constantly are in turmoil, financial, spiritual, mental, emotional, spiritual, physical. And those are the same ones who get all the quote unquote numbers, constantly inserting themselves into shit that doesn't pertain to them, and then wondered why they get there, how they get here. Because you chose it. You chose to put your mouth on people. You chose to put your nose in people's business. You chose to be seen. You chose to be boisterous, to have funny quips, to have funny drags, reads, roast, and gags. And when the table is turned on you, you become a victim. Stop inserting yourself into things that doesn't involve you. Sit back and observe what's going on. And if you're a content creator, then at that point you choose to go to your channel and talk about what you observed. But no one on here is innocent. I'm not innocent. You're not innocent. We are not innocent. As long as we choose to talk about specific individuals, specific situations, specific incidences, we are not innocent. Anyone can be talked about. But it's because you chose to insert yourself into business that doesn't pertain to you. I have knowledge about a lot of stuff. In my place, I don't need to be seen here online. I'm seen in real life. But yeah, like I said, I didn't want this to be too long. I'm going to say that there's a difference between inserting yourself and giving an opinion. The ones who are constantly in the nonsense and the minutia of this bullshit are the ones who constantly insert themselves. The ones who stay out of it are the ones who just give an opinion and move the fuck on. I'm not following 18 different people to hear the same fucking story. It's ridiculous. I got other things to do. A lot of this stuff is white noise, either when I'm at work or when I'm running errands or cleaning up the house. It's background noise. And only watch a select few because the rest of it is all minutia to me. It really, truly is. But yo, I just want to come here and say that really quick because this story is stupid. I don't understand how so many people are worried about somebody else's pussy or dick or ass, whatever the case may be. I never got that. that you don't have access to? How you're so worried about what someone else is doing with their body parts when you don't have access to it, when it's not being offered to you. Mm, I guess, y'all. Anyways, it's your boy Food Junkie. Love you guys. But as always, it's not important that I love you. It's more important that you love yourself, you love someone else, you respect yourself, and you definitely respect someone else. Until next time, y'all, it's your boy Food Junkie, and I'm out. Peace.